A lot of athletes struggle with weight gain, so today we're going to be focusing on some high calorie foods that you can be adding into your meals and snacks to help you gain the weight. Hey everyone, I'm Tim DeLeo. I'm a sport dietitian and owner of Sport Nutrition Academy, where our mission is to transform the bodies and performance of athletes with food. Today's video, we're talking about athletes gaining weight. It is a common question and issue that I work with athletes on, and oftentimes, weight gain, athletes make it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. And a big part of that is because the athlete does not fully understand what causes weight gain. So weight gain, to put it very simply, is going to be a result of having a calorie surplus every single day. So a calorie surplus is when you're eating more than what you're burning every day. So if my body burns 3,000 calories a day, then I need to eat 3,500 or 4,000 calories in order to gain weight. And I need to do that consistently, not just one day out of the week, not just 2 days, but 7 days out of the week to make that consistent progress. So too many times athletes don't know how much they need to be eating to gain weight, and they're just kind of eating to eat. And that results in, not making a lot of progress, or they might make some progress and then it stagnates for a little bit, and then they don't see the consistent progress that they want, and they get frustrated. So in today's video, we're going to look at some high calorie foods that you can easily swap into your meals and snacks to help drive those calories up, to make it a lot easier to reach that calorie surplus for yourself. Because if you're eating a lot of low calorie foods, even though they might be healthy, like fruits and vegetables, it's going to be really, really hard to reach that calorie total that you need. And then you're going to end up feeling really full because you're force feeding yourself, eating a lot of volume, like large amounts of food, as opposed to eating more calorie dense foods, which means per bite, per portion, the calories are going to be a lot higher. So number one is going to be changing up some of the starches that you're eating. So if I had a choice between pasta, potatoes, and rice, I'm going pasta every single time if I'm trying to gain weight. Pasta is very calorie dense, which means it has a lot of calories per serving. It's a good complex carb for fuel, and it has a little bit of protein as well, which is a nice benefit. Compare that to your potatoes and rice, going to be much lower calorie there. So pasta is going to be the number one choice. Rice would be number two, followed by potatoes, preferably like mashed potatoes, so we can add some fats to drive those calories up. Number two is the classic PB&J. Yes, PB&J sandwich, very high calorie, and you can really be creative with it to increase the amount of calories in the sandwich. Of note, you need to be using a bread that has at least 100, ideally more than 100 calories per slice. If you're using Wonder Bread or some low calorie, low carb bread, you're wasting your time. Get some real bread, like thick bread if you can. You can even do it, make a PB&J with a bagel. That's a really good high calorie form of bread right there. Slap some peanut butter on it, some jelly. You can add a sliced banana. You can do honey, granola. I mean, there's a million ways to make it, but really good calorie-dense food that you can bring with you to school, before practice, after practice, to AAU tournaments. It's a Swiss Army knife of weight gain foods. Number three is adding liquid calories to your meals, and maybe even as meal replacements. So what I'm talking about there is choosing whole fat milk, or chocolate milk, whole fat chocolate milk as well. Those are going to be high in calories. From a health perspective, really don't need to be worrying about whole milk versus skim milk, 1%. The whole milk's going to be the better option for you because it's going to have the most calories. Going to have protein, going to have some fat, going to have some good carbs in there. If you added a glass of whole milk to every single meal, so 3 times a day, you're adding close to 1,000 calories just by doing that. 1,000 calories for most athletes is going to be enough to spark some weight gain, because that's going to be enough to put them in a really big calorie surplus. In addition, smoothies are a great option. You can pack a lot of nutrition, a lot of different foods into smoothies, and even use them as a calorie or a meal replacement as well. So I've had athletes who really don't have much of an appetite, so we'll alternate between solid meals and liquid smoothie type meals to make it easier for them to digest and get in the calories that they need. Smoothies are also a great option if you're a picky eater or you just really don't like fruits and veggies, because you can sneak a lot of good nutrition into the smoothies to make up for the fact that you're not really eating a lot of fruits and veggies at your meals. Up next is going to be trail mix. So trail mix, bulk nuts, those kind of foods are going to be, again, really calorie dense. Like one small handful of trail mix or mixed nuts is going to be about 200 or so calories. So really small amount of food for that amount of calories. So if I have, 3 or 4 handfuls, I'm looking at 600 to 800 calories right there. So not a lot of food, packing a lot of calories. It's good nutrition, healthy fats, good carbs if you're adding in a trail mix. So beneficial nutrients for us as basketball players. And that's something, again, really easily portable. You can throw, a pack of trail mix in your bag while you're at school, have a couple handfuls with lunch, on the bus ride home, on the way to practice. Like if you don't like any of the trail mixes that you can find at the stores, you can easily make your own with any kind of nut, dried fruit. You can throw in some chocolate, dark chocolate in there if you want that sweetness to it. You can throw in something crunchy, pretzels, dry cereal, popcorn, anything like that that's going to really bulk up the trail mix and make it to something that you're going to enjoy. We're also going to be focusing on proteins. So when we're talking about proteins that are better for weight gain, we're talking about, red meat. So steaks, salmon is another one that has some really good healthy fats. So I'd rather you eat salmon versus a whitefish, because a whitefish is going to be very lean, very low in calories. If we're choosing chicken thighs, chicken legs are going to be better than chicken breast, because chicken breast is the leanest cut of the chicken, so not much calories there. Even when you're choosing ground beef, you're going for like a 80-20 cut of ground beef, so 20% fat, 80% lean, versus something really lean like a 97.3 or a 93.7. Like all these little differences in types of proteins that you're building your meals with add up over the course of the day to add to that calorie surplus that we're looking for. And then if you're looking for something convenient like a protein bar, something quick kind of snack to throw in your bag, I love Cliff Bars, Cliff Builders bars, and a bar called the Perfect Bar. So those bars are going to be anywhere from 240 all the way up to close to 400 calories there with the Perfect Bar. So again, really calorie dense snack. You can also add some nut butter or sunflower butter to those. So like take a Cliff Builders bar, spread some peanut butter, almond butter, whatever on there. That's going to add about 200, 300 calories or so. So you can really pack in a lot of nutrition into a small little bar. So those are some really easy ways to add in some extra calories throughout your day. Just some simple swaps, some simple additions like the liquid calories to your meals. Those over the course of the day add up to a calorie surplus that you didn't have before. And if we're making those small changes and we're incorporating that consistently into our meals and snacks, the weight gain is going to follow. If you're someone who is really struggling with weight gain, you're not really sure how much you need to be eating, or maybe you don't even know how much you're eating now, in order to kind of create that calorie surplus, nutrition coaching is a great option. And that is something that we offer with Sport Nutrition Academy. So working with a coach allows you to get that hands-on individual, feedback, information, meal planning for yourself to kind of make sure that you're doing everything that you need to be doing to create that weight gain and then have sustained results with that. It's been proven that athletes who work with a coach, doesn't matter if it's a basketball skills coach, a strength coach, a dietitian, those athletes see results faster and they get better results than athletes who don't work with a coach. And that's one of the reasons why all of the highest level basketball programs around the country have skill-specific basketball coaches to work on skill work with guys. They have a strength and conditioning coach to plan out the year and make sure they're training the right way. They have full-time sport dietitians, nutritionists to make sure that guys are eating what they need to be eating and, achieving their goals. So working with a sport nutrition coach like we offer with Sport Nutrition Academy can really help get you to your goals a lot faster. If you're interested in setting up a initial call to kind of see how we might be able to help you with your weight gain goals or performance goals, the link is in the description below. It's a free 15-minute call. We'll talk about, like I said, your goals specifically and kind of what we can do to help you get to those goals and achieve that progress that you're looking for. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. Our mission is to transform the lives of as many athletes as possible, transform their bodies, transform their performance with food. So please help us get the message out there by liking, subscribing, sharing to your friends and family, whoever. Let's just get the word out